Welcome to the video. So today I am making this video to talk about boundaries in personal relationships. It can be with your family, with your friends, with your spouse, with your um, girlfriend, boyfriend, anyone. Mm, we need to understand how and why boundaries are necessary and how we can set boundaries so that we can and the other person can have a healthy relationship. Okay. So let's talk about the boundaries. I mean, the way we create boundaries are influenced by our childhood. So if in our childhood we were encouraged to create and assert our boundaries, then we may not have much problem with setting boundaries and interacting with others. But if we were punished for setting up boundaries in our childhood, then we might experience a little difficulty in setting boundaries because we might often think, what will they feel? What if they broke the friendship? What if they did that? What if they did this? Okay, so we tend to think those things if we are insecure about ourselves. So let me give you an example. Suppose there's a parent and a child, and the child wants something, but the parent denies it. There can be a lot of reasons, and the parent might be right, but this small action really twists the mind of the child. The child interprets this as the parent not allowing him to choose, the parent not allowing him to assert himself, the parent not allowing anything. That is the way a child interprets the things, because a child does not have the intellectual capability to discriminate between what's needed and what's not, what's good, what's bad. A child does not have the intellectual ability that adults possess. From the perspective of a parent, what he or she did to the child was right. But in the perspective of a child, he was denied, or she was denied by their parents. So such kids grow to become adults who have trouble setting up boundaries. They had trouble setting up boundaries when they were teenagers, and then when they went to college, when they had jobs at their workplace, maybe their boss demands too much, but they still do the work. Maybe they are underpaid, but they don't ask for raise um, often. They kind of adjust themselves so that their relationship with the authority figure or with their partners um, does not break. So they are adjusting themselves. They are not giving them care. They are not prioritizing themselves because they believe that it is the other person who deserves to be treated better. There can also be other reasons. For example, when they were small or even when they were teenagers, a friend might have broken their friendship because mm, he or she did something that the friend didn't want to happen. So, because of these things, the child grow up to become a person who cannot create boundaries. He or she is too afraid that doing so will make the other person upset and they will not care for them. What this lead to us is that such people who don't have the ability to ensure their needs satisfied becomes more prone to depression and other things. But these things are not permanent. We can always cure these things. I mean, this is not a problem or disease. This is just an emotional block in our own mind that we kind of project our own feelings onto others. So the first step to be free from this is that to accept that other people do not believe in what we believe. Every people are unique and they are not interested in anyone else. They are only interested in themselves. They are literally living for them, not for anyone else. So they don't care. I have mentioned this thing in my previous video also. People only care about them. Do I mean that they are selfish? No, I'm not saying they are selfish, but they don't give you the same importance that they give to them. So you need not prioritize them over you, because doing that, because that's not because they are not even expecting that. You are just giving it because you feel insecure. And another cause for developing this insecurity is the fear of falling no, the fear of failing expectations. This can be um, triggered early in the childhood, because the parent might be having over expectation from the child, or the teacher might have been expecting a lot from the student, or even the friends might be expecting a lot from this guy. And these things can also put a pressure on the child, which he or she will carry even to their adulthood. And due to this, they will have the problem of setting boundaries. So that's what I had to tell you guys. So for the past few days, I kind of learned some what HTML, and I can create a basic page, and I'm now learning CSS, and I guess I will be able to complete it in 4 days. Not like, of course, not full, but some parts maybe I can complete, and then I plan to move on to JavaScript.